Now, you may not have but one more year to have to deal with this. You may be 1 year away. You're going to have to climb up above that. You're going to have some tenacity. Stay with it even when it gets bad, when it gets rough. I don't care what they say. It's what he says. Don't back down. Don't back off. Don't back out. Life changer! In the midst of all of that praising and magnifying God as he's inhabited that praise in Christ Jesus, Hezekiah got 15 extra years of life. Keep on pushing, nudging. Times get hard in your life, you go on and pray. Toward the prize of the high calling, you gotta have your hands up. You gotta get ready to get it. Not even a latcher from a sandal, because you won't say that you made me rich. I got here with y'all hating me. I got here with y'all despising me. I got here with y'all trying to kill me. I got here with y'all trying to take from me. But now I'm here and I don't need nothing. You want miracles. And if there's no proof of that, you can be deceived. What if the requirement for every preacher was to produce a miracle? Well, how many of y'all have seen the dead raised here? How many of y'all have seen demons cast out here? How many of y'all have seen the lame healed here? Bones mended together. Diseases disappearing. Credit being repaired. How many of y'all have seen that? Well, why I still got to argue with y'all? I ain't got to be as charismatic as the next guy. I'm real simple. I'll take anybody y'all know what a plowfoot is? I doubt it. Yeah, Harold, you probably know, but you know what a plowfoot is? Amen, amen. A plowfoot is the bottom of the plow that plows. It's the holder on it, right? But if I just take that plowfoot and throw it in an old barn, and all of a sudden you got a brand new car to drive out of there. One thing didn't seem to have nothing to do with the other one, did it? But it made sense to somebody other than you, which caused you to be a benefactor of the results. So then, who are you to say how I do it if you get the results? It may not have nothing to do with you, and it don't have nothing to do with you in the first place. And that's what the keys and the hints are in your life. It ain't got nothing to do with you. Even the attacks on you don't have nothing to do with you. So why are you taking them personal? You can't never grow up because you're like little kids squabbling about somebody ate your squash. When there's more important things than your squash. God is trying to leave something very important. The true riches. Leave it God is trying to leave something very important to grown-ups, not children. He's trying to leave something very important to adults, not kids. Not people who still trying to work this out, who still partial to this, who will throw away what he gave them in a couple of years because it does not improve as they think it should be, according to their knowledge and wisdom and sense of ration. God give you something very important. How long would it be before you say or do something that messes the whole thing up? God trusted you. How long will it take you to discredit you? Because the credibility of the carrier will affect the word it carries. One expectation you should never have in any other human, that they are nothing but human. Maybe they're human and. That could be human and divinely inspired or human and devil. But that's what you better expect of them. You know, I was humored about something that happened, and Pastor and Elder Craig Grant, they were, I guess, witnesses to it. I had to go to Luxembourg pretty much unexpected this week. So I had to make time to go up there. Now, I had been given one GPS, but Elder Cliff Gordon gave it to me, and I kind of like I lost my patience with GPSs. You know, when you find your way around, you career army and you read maps and everything else. You used to teach map reading and everything. So, you know, I get around pretty good with a map. And so Pastor Ward says, hey, Apostle, just take this one anyway. You know, it may be help you. And so I told Brother Dunbar, Minister Dunbar, I says, program it in, and we're going to follow it right with these papers because Elder Jones had given me something. She says, you follow that. You follow that to the letter. Now, I don't have a problem following directions to the letter. No. See, I'm not going to, you know, beat you up about that. But, you know, if something is written, listen, any writing is an indictment. When they say you're being indicted, it's because of a law that is written down that they can write down your violation to it. Anything that's in writing is an indictment. And so, after Elder Jones gave me this indictment, I was obligated now to get to the consulate. I'd never been there before, but I was indicted to the consulate. Y'all working with me here? And so, Pastor said, Pastor said, take this anyway. Because Pastor wanted to save me some time, if he could, from getting lost along the way. So Pastor gave me an audio Bible to go with my reading so that perhaps I would get a logos when I wasn't paying attention. But the potential for a rhema was there. You know, you look over here and you see a McDonald's. You look over there and you see a Burlington, whatever it is in Luxembourg, this thing would pick it up when the indictment wouldn't. All I had to know is where I wanted to go. See, GPS won't work for you if you don't know where you want to go. Instructions written down will take you somewhere where you ain't interested in going. If you don't have a mind to go there. What good will those instructions do you if you ain't got no business there? So I get the GPS and I tell Mr. Dunbar, I want you to program this in. And we're going to follow what the GPS says compared to what's written down. See, the GPS was the speaker. Now, the speaker must be in line with the law, rule, or indictment. Now, if it is written and the speaker is following what is written, then you have to believe. And so, as the reader read and the speaker spoke, the driver drove. Now, I was driving and I would be somewhere and it says, veer left. And it's telling you, get out of that lane. And as I look ahead, I would see, if I look real far ahead, even looking around some cars at points, I would see that that lane turns off. And that lane would turn me off before I get to where I need to go. Before I get to where I need to turn off, some lanes will turn off. And even though the directions that was written down was telling me which way I was supposed to go, it didn't tell me that I could get in the wrong lane. But the speaker that was hooked to a satellite that's looking down on my position. I couldn't see the beam. I couldn't see how it worked, but I seen that it was speaking what was written, and what was written was giving me directions on where the proof of what the speaker was saying was in writing. And the writing lined up with the speaker. If the driver will listen, we'll end up. Oh, no, you ain't hear me. Sit down. Y'all can call this one GPS if you want to. I don't care. I'm going to tell you something. Now, as that GPS was talking, now understand, I'm a non-believer. In GPSs. Because I got my own way that I done did it for 20-something years. 20-something years I had my own way. I used to teach it for 20-something years. The hard way. When all I had to do was listen. But see, I didn't understand that what I was listening to didn't come cheap. The chapel didn't sponsor that GPS that I had. Particular dogmas and religious denominations. And everybody arguing about who was right wasn't going to get me to where I had to go. I had to take first what was written, and I had to compare it to what was being spoken. I said I had to take what was written and compare it to what was spoken. If I really needed to get to where I needed to get to in a certain amount of time, I need to listen and read. I need to read and listen to know if the directions are accurate. And not only did I get the benefit of being able to move from country to country and from place to place, but it would tell me when a lane was going to end when I didn't even see it. But it didn't explain to me that it was going to end. It just says, get over here. It didn't say why. It said, get over here. It would further tell me what roads were closed. You would get to a certain road in life, and it'll say the club is closed to you. It would say that these things are closed to you. It would tell you what roads were closed, regardless of whether they had anything to do with you or not. And as we were going, you know how sometimes you have a tendency to lose cognizance or consciousness of how fast you're going. You know, that's why some of y'all end up on the front of a GQ magazine called a ticket. You know, you got that shot going by. You know, when you see the camera, if you ain't got time to slow down, just throw your hand up and peace. At least they got a good photo of you anyway.